Mike.
Hey, I'm Chris.
This is Mike and Chris Reloaded. This week we're going to be talking about alien movies, the top 5, and we have a couple guests with us.
We do. This is obviously not Mike.
I am not Mike.
Kent.
Not Mike.
And we got not Chris over there. Shane.
Not Chris.
Hi. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Anyway, it's a new segment we're doing called the Top 5 Roundtable Reload. Basically, we're picking whatever subject we want, and basically top 5 of our choosing.
Yeah, this is our opinion. You're probably going to laugh at my opinions, but...
I think I'm going to laugh at Shane's.
Shane's?
I've done decided.
Everyone's going to laugh at mine because they're comedies.
Yeah. Well, now you just spoiled the whole show. Why didn't you just tell them what's the point?
Okay, stop recording.
Stop it. We're also videotaping this, and we'll be posting it on YouTube and Facebook for y'all to see afterwards. We still haven't got quite the specs down as far as doing it live. Eventually, we will be doing it that way. So, but just bear with us, keep with us. Don't forget to like and share our YouTube channel, like and share our Facebook page, which is Mike
and Chris Reloaded.
There we go. See how in sync we are?
Well, all you got to do really is Google Mike Chris Reloaded. We're pretty much the only thing that pops up. So
Exactly.
There's nobody else out there stupid enough to name themselves that.
Totally going to go make a bunch of websites tonight.
Damn it. And we're going to have to pay you to get our site.
Dang it.
But yeah, we do need that 100 subscribers, though, so that we can boost improve our show, really.
We need 100,000 subscribers so you can get that awesome plaque.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They have a plaque?
Yeah, you get plaques,
you didn't know about that?
No, I didn't know that.
Every
I'll
so
save that
many
for
million.
another video.
I just want 999 subscribers to get the jelly of the month subscription.
When you get 1 million, you get a platinum button.
Awesome.
Honest to God, platinum play button from YouTube.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
YouTube, we're talking to you. Want the button.
Also, LG talking to you. This is being recorded on an LG phone. Send us free stuff.
Life's good.
Free stuff.
Well, with that being said, you want to kick this thing off? We're going to start with our fifth most one and work our way back.
Watch that.
You can see we got our alien in the background and our alien in the front ground.
Yep.
Alien ground.
Alien
I'm
ground.
trying to bring a little bit to this, okay? I don't have a lot. This obviously isn't finished.
How
That's
long
where
has
the
that
Kickstarter
existed?
comes in.
How long
For
is
every
that?
2 pennies.
My
7 years.
Patreon.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah, that's not happening.
hey, in his defense, he's only been working on that thing for better part of 12 years.
7.
So
Yeah, he did finish the Ghostbusters pack, so go back and watch that. I believe. Did you get pictures on that
we
one?
did. There's
Yeah.
pictures
Yeah,
posted
and
on our
we did a
podcast.
whole-
We did a whole spiel on it. We
Yep.
got group photos. We had all kinds of cuddly times.
In fact, that's one
and-
of our better podcasts. We got quite a few listeners on that
Yeah,
one.
I think that was the most popular one. It would just beat out the horror movies one we did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
But they would not let me actually dress up as a Ghostbuster today. So if
No.
we do fall here, I do apologize. I did push for it.
Kent, it's been done.
They
Let it
aren't
go.
aliens.
I also
Ghostbusters
like to
fixes
point
everything.
out that Kent is the only one not wearing a football outfit.
This is true because we're talking about aliens, and that doesn't make any sense.
Yes,
What-
it does.
What does
Yes,
that
it
have to
does.
do with alien? Is that
This
the
has plenty
alien?
to do with aliens.
Go
It's
Cowboys.
called I Used to Fit.
That guy was obviously abducted by aliens.
They
It's
can't see
placed
it
into
because
that.
it's behind the laptop, and we're getting a little loud. But
Yeah.
But anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We'll start with Shane.
Okay.
Number
Number
five.
5 for me is The World's End, comedy.
At World's End.
No, it's The World's End.
Is it the World's
Because
End?
it's,
Yeah.
it's the pub.
It's the
at
last
the
pub.
end of it.
Oh,
It's the
that's
last
right,
pub,
that's right.
The Golden Mile.
That's right.
Yeah, that was
Just-
a pretty good movie.
For me, like a lot of mine end up being comedies, and that's just because I don't know. That's the kind of stuff that I can watch
It's because
over
you're
and over
it's
and
because you're
over and
silly,
over
Shane.
again.
You're silly.
I am. I'm a silly person. But no, I like it. I've liked everything that Simon Pegg and those guys have done.
Oh yeah. Which that's part of an actual trilogy, correct?
Kind of.
the Blood and Cornetto trilogy.
Really?
Which started off with Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz,
Yeah.
ended with The World's End.
They're probably going to do more, just like Lizard Squad.
I don't know,
They
man. With Simon Pegg got his whole Star Trek gig, and so
Yeah, he's too famous for everybody else now.
he's too good for everyone.
Oh,
Nick Frost becomes an arch villain.
But either way, I liked it. Really
thought it
good
was-
aliens in it, decent. And then just like in most comedies, you end up ticking off the aliens, and they're like, whatever, you're not good enough to save. Bye.
But it's like, yeah, it's the
Let us be
hapless
who we
people
wanna
who
be.
save you. It's the idiots that
Well,
save the
he
world.
had a good point. It's the libertarian kind of thing. Like, let me live my life the way that I want to live it. Don't live it for me.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was pretty good. It seemed like a huge role reversal from the Nick Frost Simon Pegg thing,
Yeah.
where Nick Frost was actually the more responsible one, and Simon Pegg was the. But then it also had some serious overtones in it with, I guess,
And a sword. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a sword in it.
Yeah.
I like
King
swords.
Arthur stuff.
The sad part is I watched the movie, but I barely remember it.
Well, didn't Simon Pegg?
So-
Didn't he try to kill himself or something?
Yeah, that's how it all started. Is that he tried to kill himself and then it didn't work, so he got everybody together to do the Golden Mile,
Yeah.
He's trying to relive his childhood. He couldn't give up being.
and hilarity ensues.
Yeah.
So
That's how all those movies go.
yeah.
Something, 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 and hilarity.
All of us went through our wear all black, drink a lot phase. All of us did.
I think that was just you, Kent. And
Oh, yeah.
I think you're still doing it.
That's ridiculous.
You're wearing black
Completely
pants.
ridiculous.
Black pants.
You should make the sipping noise while you're doing that.
There you go.
Do you want to do not Chris's next, or
Let's just keep going. We'll
Yeah,
just,
let's go
we'll
with
just
our-
go
We're
to
gonna
the loop.
go clockwise. My number 5 movie, which y'all make fun of me, is Mars Attacks.
Yes, I will.
definitely deserves a 5 spot. The last.
It was made in '96, but it had Jack Nicholson. He played 2 roles. It had Jack Black, Michael J. Fox, Natalie Portman, Sarah Jessica Parker, Martin Short, Jim
was-
Brown.
We get it. We get it.
I
The
mean, it's
Academy
just-
Award was there.
I mean, everybody.
Everyone from the Academy
And it was
there.
hilarious, man.
There is a theory that when you get too many A-list people in a movie, it bombs.
Especially
Nah.
when the script is terrible and the acting's terrible.
I
Yeah.
can't help it, man. Jack Nicholson sold that.
I
movie
can see
for
it as a
me.
guilty pleasure. I can see it as a guilty pleasure,
can't-
100%.
I
Because
can't help it.
it's goofy and I like it, but come on, Pierce Brosnan's head on a chihuahua.
Come, how is that not funny?
Ah,
How is it not funny?
it's hilarious, man. It's really hilarious.
I mean,
It's
him
out
and-
there though. It's out there.
Him and Sarah Jessica Parker were falling in love, and they're just heads.
Red and green skeleton burns
It was-
from the ray guns.
It was still great. It was
Yeah.
great
It
as
was.
like a cheesy alien
and Tom
movie.
Jones. Did you not mention Tom Jones in
Yeah.
that list?
That's
Well,
the
he cut me
that's
off
the
before I hit
only
Tom
that's the
Jones.
only part I liked about that movie is Tom Jones singing at the end.
Who can fly a plane?
Oh, come on. Jim Brown, he was a man in that show.
Well, Jim Brown's always the man in anything he's in.
Also true.
Worked at the casino. I mean,
He was the
come
ex-boxer. Yes, I remember.
Ex-boxer, come
I
on.
remember the crappy movie. Well, Mike.
on. It wasn't crappy.
The fact that you can remember it means that it's at least somewhat decent.
Yeah, it stuck to you.
The fact that I could remember it is
Yeah.
because it stuck to me because it was crappy.
It was trying to be crappy.
Kent, what's
it was
that-
trying to
And it
evoke an Ed Wood
succeeded
kind of feel.
exponentially.
What's that latest
funny
Indiana Jones
that-
movie, Ken?
The third one, The Last Crusade. It was really good. It was
There
one of my favorite.
There was one after that, newer.
Oh,
No?
yeah, The Adventures of Indiana Jones. It played on HBO for a
Oh,
while.
okay. Just proving that terrible movies can be blocked out of your memory.
Well, this one was not terrible. I don't care what you guys say.
Again, this is
That was half the dialogue, by the way, for those who haven't seen
Pretty
it.
much so.
Like we were talking about earlier when Jack Nicholson said, we still have 2 of the 3 executive branches still working for you, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's
I mean,
not bad at all.
come on. All right.
All right, moving on.
All right, well, I'm going to go with an oldie but a goodie. The 1981-82 remake of The Thing. It was released in 82. It was filmed in 81. That's an alien movie. I mean,
well, yeah.
that's pretty darn alien.
Hence
I mean,
the
we don't know
title.
what it's going to do. There was, like octopus dogs and a dude's chest that just grew teeth and ate somebody. I mean... And to be honest, a lot of movies nowadays with Blu-ray have been moving up to Blu-ray, moving up to 4K, stuff like that, and they look like trash. They weren't filmed for it. But get yourself a copy of John Carpenter's The Thing. Blu-ray gave it a whole new life. I'm not even going to lie. Like, that makeup is... You can pause it, zoom in. It's scary. No CGI.
Didn't they
Yeah,
make
he
a
did a really
remake
good
of
job.
that?
Yes, in
They did.
2011.
But it was a prequel. It was what led up to the guy flying up the Swedish dudes with the dog that they're trying to shoot the
Gotcha.
dog because the dog's the alien.
Yeah, I didn't see the remake. I just knew they had one.
I
It was
didn't either.
decent. It actually was decent because there was a lot of set pieces they ran into in their movie, and they were able to kind of weave a story into that.
Gotcha. I guess I'll have to check it out.
But Kurt Russell, man. Kurt Russell. Enough said.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's
you.
the man.
My number 5 is The Abyss.
The Abyss is a good movie.
1989, James Cameron. Starred Ed Harris, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Michael Biehn. It's basically a underwater dive team recovering a nuclear sub.
Love it.
And they come across an entire alien colony that lives underwater.
Oh yeah, I love the.
So-
I'm still waiting for the breathable
Oh,
gel.
fluid.
I want that so bad.
fluid.
Yeah, it had a lot of. To me, it had it had an entire range of emotions in it. It had, the sadness, happiness. Michael Biehn went crazy, with the, had the little nuke thing or whatever, and just, everything was done well. Of course, James Cameron, you can't go wrong.
Generally.
Well, a lot of it with the isolation of them being down there too. And
Yeah.
On top of an alien that you don't know what it's going to do, there's 1 million tons of water.
Yeah, and that's
20,000 leagues.
That's
maybe?
the thing. That's the thing too. You're down there.
So deep.
You're down there under all that water and everything else. And it's not like you can just go up to the police station and say, "Hey, help me out," or go up to anything. You're down there and you're facing all kinds of different things. Where Michael Biehn ended up getting some kind of dementia or something. It's where it caused him to kind of snap or whatever. So, but yeah, and it's like in the whole movie was about them, trying to figure it out, and then they're got this huge abyss thing down there, and they don't know what's down there.
Yeah, they don't even end up going down to the actual spaceship until.
And so far, in a weird twist from the number 5s, yours is the only evil alien.
Nope.
Those were happy aliens.
Yeah, they were good.
They were just like, hey, we're stuck on the ocean. Want to help us out? That was it. Nobody wanted to kill anybody.
See, that movie reminds me of The Sphere with Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I
a
lean
little
more
bit.
towards
I mean-
Leviathan, which was the complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
Which was more like The Thing
Or
in Abyss.
Deep Star 6.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, 1980 something.
Yeah, around
wanna
about
say, yeah.
mid-late 80s.
Oh, yeah. I remember the cover art.
But yeah, that's my number 5. So we'll jump to
just
Shane.
over.
Number
Yep.
4 to you, man.
Number 4. A lot of people disagree with me on it. Prometheus.
Wow.
Yes. Now, just to explain really quick, and it's something that's
Please.
becoming a huge problem in modern movies, is there is so much explanation that gets left on cutting room floors that you don't see until you go see the extended cuts or you buy the Blu-ray. The most recent thing that I can think of where that happened was the Superman movie.
Ooh,
Yeah.
And Lex Luthor.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad had a lot, but Lex Luthor going crazy, and you don't see why in the actual movie.
That was
And then
completely
you
inexcusable.
see, oh yeah, he's being tormented by a random alien, because we won't talk about who that is yet.
Yeah, that's a whole
See,
other thing.
I've yet to see the extended cut of the Superman, which I saw the one in the theater, and it was okay, it was decent, but it wasn't like
But yeah,
up there with anything
I
else.
like
We do have it here,
Prometheus.
sure,
I
that's good.
love everything that they shoot. I know there's a lot of factual things that are wrong with it.
No.
As far as scientists wouldn't act like
Ridley
that.
Scott did Prometheus, correct?
I believe
Yes,
so. Yeah,
he ended
His,
up having to do
his
it.
brother died, right?
See, and I think that's what really hurt the production. And Ridley Scott, if you're listening, it's nothing personal. I love all of your work. It's just you were in a difficult time. He had actually asked his
directing was
brother to
great.
direct it. He
The
had asked him to
directing
do
was
it.
great, though. The issue was the script and making characters do stupid things. I highly doubt Ridley Scott said,
Yeah,
you know what? Poke the alien with your finger.
They were the smartest people in the world until they got to the planet, and then they were like Melrose Place.
Yeah,
It
but
didn't make any
I
sense.
love the android, how he kind of...
David was awesome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, went crazy over the long... Because he set up everything for it.
Yep.
I mean, you watch it, that's... Everything that happens is because of the android.
Now, I will be honest with you. I've still yet to watch this movie.
I know it got a lot of bad...
I know
crap.
it's.
I made you come over and
I'll
watch
get-
it.
Yeah, I
I'll
watched
get
it.
a Blu-ray
I know it's
Way in.
accessible to me. I just haven't got a chance to watch it yet. But I
We'll
will watch it
the extended
eventually.
sometime. It's worth it.
Yeah, I watched the original one, and I say the only good part of the movie was the last 5 minutes, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. When they explain or they kind of show you where the aliens that we know come from, how they were bred. That's
what the whole movie was supposed to be about.
yeah, but it
It
only
didn't work.
explains that in
Yeah.
the last 5 minutes of the
Well,
movie.
well, well, well.
At
It explains it in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, no. When they first get to the place and they're looking at all the jars, Kenubik jars, whatever you want to call them, there is obviously aliens carved into the wall that you see, kind of like, this is what these do.
Right.
And then over the green jewel that they didn't mess with, but only showed for a second, it looked like the alien queen, which was pretty impressive.
The xenomorph,
Alien queen. Yeah.
Well, they're both
Now,
aliens.
is
The aliens are getting aliens.
Now,
If
is
we get
this
an
planet
alien
supposed to be
thing,
the LV-426?
Absolutely not. Prometheus is a different planet. Honestly, and I hate to say this again, I think the production suffered not just from the direction. Ridley Scott wouldn't have put up with that crap. He had just lost a family member. He had asked not to direct it. He wanted his brother to direct it, who had directed Top Gun. Okay, so he's not like a novice here. He didn't want to do it, and then what happened, and he was stuck with his production, and he did a lot of cool stuff, but at the end of it, you had all this wonderful set, this atmosphere, but the delivery, it just kind of fell flat.
Not mixed right.
Well, I don't want to get too stuck on that one,
Oh, yeah,
because I know we
sorry.
could talk about theoretical stuff like that for a long time.
We will.
Yeah. My number 4 was the 87 Predator movie with Jesse Ventura, Arnold, Carl Weathers, I believe. For me, that movie was just amazing. I mean, just the whole presence of the guerrilla warfare. Where were they going, in Guatemala or something?
Yeah.
I think it was. I think political
Somewhere
party
in South America or somewhere, yeah.
Political party got missing in Guatemala, and it shows an alien ship dropping an alien in there, and apparently he's just hunting humans.
Yeah.
And my favorite line from the movie is Jesse Ventura. He goes, I ain't got time to bleed, and the other guy goes, you got time to duck.
There's a lot of good little slangs in there. I love the guy that always kept trying to tell the joke to the
he's like
to Billy the Indian.
He's
big
like,
Indian.
boy, your pussy's big. What? Boy, your pussy's big. You get it? I said it twice because of the echo.
I was always stuck on the sexual Tyrannosaurus line because of the tobacco.
I want to bring up a point, though, from Prometheus of people that mock that movie because of how terribly the scientists behave.
Yeah.
And yet we're dealing with military people who went and stood out in the middle of an open field in the jungle
and just shot
randomly.
Yeah.
So apparently everybody uses their training.
If it bleeds, it can die.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Come on.
Same thing.
And you have to do it with the Arnold.
And then when I was doing a little bit more research and watching this, I found out that I told you guys that there's only one movie that Arnold dies in.
This is true.
Did you know that?
Ish.
Only one movie he ever has
What was
died
it?
in. End of Days.
End of Arnold's days.
No, he's not counting Terminator.
Are we going to talk about the actual Predator in that movie too?
No, that's an alien, and we don't talk about aliens on the show.
Well,
because Commando Part 2 is great.
You barely see the Predator in the show, to be honest
what it was
with you.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing, too. Like in Alien, you never see the monster.
Right.
And that's what makes it so terrifying. You don't know what the hell you're dealing with.
Yeah, it's mostly in camo and invisible, so you see it for maybe like 10 minutes of the whole movie, to be honest.
Well, at the very end, you see the whole fight between him and Arnold at the end.
This bit, get a
yeah,
little bit of this.
Yeah, where his teeth open up. And
the alien, apparently he was from Jamaica, so...
hey.
Because of his dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks or whatever.
No.
But you don't find out until
what
later.
Was that?
Well, it's just never been fully explained. They're trying to throw some like racial connotation on it, and we don't really know what the doodads are because some of them have metal bits, and two of the ones that hook into the helmet that look like part of the dreads have some sort of a pressurization. Every time they pull them off, there's a gas. You hear the vacuum seal like a Darth Vader mask. So we don't know if they breathe a different atmosphere. None of this has been explored. So sorry to go on to an alien aspect in an alien show, but moving on.
Right.
Which would be you.
Oh, right.
Number 4.
Well, oddly enough, it's kind of a segue. My favorite Aliens movie, number 4, is The Aliens.
Which one?
Which one?
Aliens.
The second one.
Second one.
It's not a second one. It's called
Aliens.
Aliens.
The
second one.
Alien movie.
Children. Alien. Aliens. See? Like, plural. More than one. And there was.
What's there?
Yes. And
Left foot, right foot. Still both feet.
What the hell was the name of that guy? Paul Reiser?
Which one came first?
Yeah, Paul Reiser, man. Paul Reiser was the alien in that movie. A lot of people don't recognize that.
I didn't know that.
Well, he is kind of the dude who set it all up. But you do see an expanded view of the xenomorph. You find out more about its life cycle. Before, all we saw was some poor schmuck get a facehugger over there on its face. And there was a lot of eggs. That's all we knew. But what lays an egg? And I think really the money shot of Aliens
A rooster.
It wasn't. That's the weird part. No, stop with the money shot of the alien. We can't show that. That's not PG-13.
I showed the other side.
Oh, you didn't show the...
That's flipped up.
Oh, good.
Turned
Oh,
it
good.
around
There's
right
some
away.
sensitive material down there.
Yeah, I don't want to say what that looks
Just
like.
to sum it up real quick, because I know we're going long, Aliens pushed the bar. It gave you a finale. The first one didn't, because it was just a pendulum of one person versus one alien. We knew there was more than one. Bunch of people with a lot of machine guns and stuff showed up. It was like a war film. We were excited, but then there was something bigger, something we'd never seen before, and I don't think that's ever been topped in a movie. The Titanic fight at the end, get away from her, you bitch. Anyone ever seen that in a movie again? Hollywood,
Yes.
please don't redo it.
She's done that exact line in other movies. I've literally seen exactly that.
Ghostbusters 2. I'm sorry, I forgot. But anyway, 4 Aliens. I could go on for like an hour. So
Yeah,
on to
Chris's
you.
turn.
Yep.
My number 4, little movie directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, Men in Black.
It was a great movie.
I like the whole series. I like not 2 so much, but 3 brought it back for me.
The first
Oh, yeah.
one, obviously, because it introduced that basically we are not alone and we knew about it.
Sugar.
You know what I'm saying?
Sugar.
You get these people, and they're actually an organization that actually police extraterrestrials that come to the planet to visit Earth. They watch over them and they police them. So there's a secret organization out there that do it, the Men in Black, which it stars Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith, Vincent D'Onofrio plays the bad guy. It's a giant cockroach basically in his skin. So it's kind of a first of its kind. We got we're talking about all these movies with aliens or extraterrestrials that come down that you don't see, you don't know about, you never heard of, people don't think they're there. Or you got this movie where it's like they know they're there and they're being watched
They're
and
doing
monitored.
everything they can to
Yeah,
help
they're
out.
being monitored. So
I liked it in general because also, prior to that, Men in Black is not a new thing as far as conspiracy theory people.
yeah, yeah.
No.
This is what people. There are some people,
I believe
myself
it.
included, a little bit, that believe that organizations like that already exist.
Yes.
And because we know that they hide stuff from us, but why not it be aliens?
Anyone going to throw in the fact it's an old Marvel comic book?
Nope.
Okay. That's good.
All
It's
right.
about movies, Ken.
Also, it was supposed to be a lot more serious than comical.
Yes.
They rewrote it midway through. In fact, 2 or 3 of the scenes that are in there where they're talking alien, if anyone can read lips, look at the guy's lips during that diner scene. They're speaking English. They just took it out to
Probably
dumb
saved
down
the
the
movie,
storyline.
honestly.
Honestly,
there's
they
still
did.
some serious parts in
Well,
it.
remember
but
the beginning when the guy's eyelids and everything? He's like, your world's gonna perish. That really was the plot. It wasn't supposed to be all lackadaisy, like the Earth's gonna blow up. Who cares? They changed it to kind of market it a little bit
then the
better.
French
after
Chris
they
shows
filmed
up.
And I believe it's like one of the number 1 movies that year anyway.
it.
So.
No, I loved it to death.
Yeah,
Still
I
do to
just
this
watched
day.
it again the other week, so I love that movie.
Yeah,
Yep, it's a good.
But
pick.
number 3 to
Number
you,
3 to Shane.
Number 3, we're going with Starship Troopers for me.
Oh, nice.
Honestly, it's going to be. It isn't. When you think of classic movies, I'm the youngest person in our group of people here.
Yeah.
When you think of classic movies, I still think of stuff that's a lot older. But as we become more mature, older adults, that's going to be a classic alien movie. When you think of aliens, you're
Sure.
going to picture those guys right alongside of xenomorphs.
Oh yeah, those giant insects that they were fighting.
Oh, the giant butthole brain.
Yeah.
Totally
Butthole
gotta read the
brain.
book too, because as good as the movie was, the book was.
We're
a whole
talking
different-
about movies.
I know. Read the book.
Nope.
I forgot the name of the guy that was in that too. in
Oh,
Starship.
God.
Casper Van Dien.
There you go.
Or that's what it is.
Just even, I mean,
Denise Richards. Of course, NPH was the psychic colonel.
Yep.
But outside of the aliens, I liked the story that was going on between the people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how fascist they were, how they were just kind of like, you want to learn more?
Yep.
Check us
Does
out.
anyone remember the name of NPH's ferret?
Sure.
No, the
No.
one he was using a psychic link with to make him
It
go bite
was,
his mom's ass.
No,
No,
I don't.
I
starts with an S. Maybe I don't know. I don't spell very well.
But no.
Cyrano.
Cyrano.
No, it's C actually.
Shut.
Yeah, overall, just really fun movie to watch. I
It was
didn't
a good
care for the
movie,
sequel so much,
and
but-
little fact actually, when I saw that movie, I actually I was telling Kent a while back. There's 3 movies I've seen. I've got actually pre-advanced tickets to see a sneak preview of it, where they go in there, actually hand you a piece of paper after the movie's over, ask you to write
What you
certain
thought
scenes, and Starship Troopers was one of the ones I saw. I saw it like 3 months early before it came out. It was released in the
That
theaters.
is awesome. We also need the technology before we move on to Mike. We need that technology where you break your arm, you just put like this.
Oh
jelly.
my god! Yes.
I love that the drill sergeants like literally cut people up. Like
You know, you'd never learn a lesson like that anywhere else. You'd never forget.
I think they make it do fine now. Okay. Mike.
I think my number 3, I think it made your list too. Spaceballs. Did it make your list, Shane?
Well, we won't talk about that yet.
Oh.
Number 3.
I'm
Yeah.
saving
Number
my comments
3.
for
No,
myself.
1987 film, Mel Brooks. I mean, probably one of the greatest comic geniuses of all time. I mean,
The Force Awakens.
I
Mel
don't think
Brooks.
there is any Mel Brooks movie I've seen that I have not liked.
Vertigo.
Yep.
I can't even remember all the lines.
And
I mean,
it wasn't
there's
very
so
good.
many quotes and so many lines from that movie that just.
Good acting in one of.
Sorry,
like,
high anxiety.
Mel
Mel
Brooks has a
Brooks.
lot
I'm
of
sorry.
slapstick.
Stop watching and
Yeah.
in a lot of
judging
his
me.
comedy
Yeah.
stuff.
See, I
This
caught
was
you,
a
I caught
well-designed
you.
Yeah.
storyline with the comedy in there. All the people.
I mean-
I love
That's ludicrous.
My favorite part was what Chris posted. Comb the desert.
Combing
Combing the desert, sir.
We ain't
Are you
found-
taking this too literal? You're an idiot. We were told to comb the desert. We're gonna comb the desert.
And another little thing in that scene, he never uses the bullhorn to talk to people far away. He shouts at them, but when it's Colonel Sanders, it's like.
But yeah,
I love the part where Yogurt was promoting all this stuff. Spaceballs.
Oh, yeah.
that all the companies.
Spaceballs, the phaser.
Honestly, just classic for me too is the jamming the signal.
yeah.
Nobody gives me the
We've
raspberry.
been jammed.
Raspberry.
Helmet
Oh.
keeps
Only
falling
one.
down. Oh,
Oh,
The
what a
cameraman
world, what a
running
world,
into
what a
him.
world, what a
All
world.
of it. All of it. And there's a little extra special something from Shane on this one.
Spaceballs came out literally the day before I was born, June
Jesus.
24th, 1987.
You are so
Wow.
young. Please get out of the room.
So, Lone Star, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
One of the just Rick Moranis in it as well. I loved him and stuff that he played in.
Oh,
yeah.
And like total respect for the guy retiring from everything that he did.
Yes.
His other one
That's right, man.
almost made my list too, but Little Shop of Horrors. I don't know if that
That's
was
an alien movie.
It is.
It was an alien planet.
That's what I thought. So,
It came from
and
another
then-
world.
That
destroy
might come
us.
up here in a minute too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Excited.
Moving on,
I'm
number
not-
3 to Kent.
Seriously?
Sorry.
Well, mine's kind of a little weird. Mine's kind of a little different. I'm actually going to stand up and leave and get a congratulatory beer because mine's also The Abyss. Number 3 is The Abyss. We've covered it.
You want me to just get you a
Ed
beer?
Harris.
It's a lot easier.
That's the
for
only
me
thing
to
you
do
missed.
that.
Ed Harris.
No,
where's your
I
beer?
said Ed Harris.
Yeah, you did, but you didn't
Okay,
expand on
I
Ed
will
Harris.
get it. It's easier for me to go over there.
But,
Which was
but
funny
then I get
because,
to walk around. I get more screen time.
Oh, okay.
Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio was actually the leader.
Grab a
Harris.
second one.
Well,
Grab two at the
yeah,
same
yeah,
time.
She was the-
but
she
see,
was the
I'm
crew
gonna-
chief.
I'm gonna just get friendly with the. You don't have to move.
See, that's a good thing you didn't hang the xenomorph back there.
Whoa,
Two of them.
a little handsy.
So let's go to number 3 for Chris.
Number 3, actually, and just to rebut Kent there, my number 3 is The Thing, 1982.
Heck yeah,
Oh,
man.
really?
Yeah.
I like how there's a lot of crossover here because
Yeah.
it shows, at least as friends, we have some good taste between each other.
Yeah.
Even if we don't all agree on exactly what
Yeah,
we're getting
definitely.
into.
John Carpenter, Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, Keith David. Basically, like I said, you got this creature that can, once it comes in contact, can assimilate anything it comes in contact with. Looks just like it, and then you don't know who's real, who's not real.
Well, but
And weren't you telling me about the remember the eye glimmer?
Oh, that just came out. That did just come out. Some of the DPs, directors of photography,
Yeah.
wanted to do a little something extra special. So anytime anyone was the alien, ow, don't shoot me. That's phase. That's the stun stuff. That's no good. They would do a certain lighting effect that you couldn't actually see. It didn't show up on their cheeks or anything else, but there's a glow in their eyes. So when you go back and watch it on Blu-ray, look for the people that The people you know to be an alien, and look at their eyes. And the only reason this is important is how does the movie end, Chris?
With Keith David and Kurt Russell
Sitting
outside.
face to face, wondering if somebody's alien or if they're going to die, which they are because they're in Antarctica and the house is burnt down and they will freeze in about an hour.
Yeah.
That being said, if this adds anything to it, if Kurt Russell's the alien, if the other gentleman, I'm sorry,
Keith
David is the alien, we don't know. I haven't had a chance to rewatch it yet, but I'm really excited because I want to try to see that glimmer that they said they added all the eyes, and once you can recognize it, I think it might add something to the finale.
Now, something I did kind of notice as the thing, which it was called, every time it assimilated something different, it seemed like it evolved more and more.
And got bigger and stronger. Like what it did with the dogs was
not
still
just that.
insane.
It's just it's like it became like more human type. Where before it wouldn't even the dog wouldn't do that. It wouldn't talk. It wouldn't. Then as it went along,
That's true. It was all silent.
It was
right. By the time they kill the guy on the table, the head falls off, grows legs like a face hugger, and runs across the room.
Probably assimilates like knowledge of whatever it takes over too.
But as it progressed, it actually evolved.
Yeah,
to where it was just like you couldn't tell. You could be just a normal person walking down the road, talking, having a regular conversation.
Yeah,
maybe
and
we're
that's
all
what's so
the thing
terrifying
now.
about it. The
So,
way
yeah.
it could spread. You'd have this David Cronenberg world, and that would be something like on Rick and Morty. So,
So, anyway, that's my number 3. Number 2. Number 2 to
we're
you,
already at
Shane.
number 2. Holy crap!
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
You know, I've sadly never watched that
You
movie.
Zark and
Really?
Prude. Why not?
Wow.
I never read the book either.
42 means nothing to you.
Oh
no,
my god!
I'm sorry.
It's the answer to life itself and
Mice.
everything.
You kill mice, don't you?
Oh.
You're a terrible person.
I do kill
They
mice.
created our universe. No, I just for that one, just like most of the rest of the things on my list, I had to sit down, and I think we all had trouble making our list, narrowing them down from talking to people.
I just finished mine today.
Which version of this?
And it was your
May I
idea.
ask?
I,
The current one with Zoe Deschanel.
yeah,
Okay, fine. You're young. It's not your fault.
but no, I love it. I can if it comes on TV, I'll just leave it on. I'll watch it. It's not.
I've seen most of it. I mean, I might have missed a few spots here and there in between, but I've seen most of it, and it's
The ultimate weapon,
decent. I mean,
sharing feelings.
I'm actually going
They
to
know
call.
they can
I'm going to call Chris out here because at the time that movie came out, he happened to be living with me, and I thought it was the bee's knees, and I had it on the big screen as loud as possible next to his bedroom every night. So long, and thanks for all the fish.
So long. Thanks.
Somebody, and I'm not naming names, at this table of the four of us that isn't you or Mike or me,
Not Chris.
does not like this movie at all. Not naming names.
Probably because you played it all the freaking time.
You know, that might have been it. It's a good movie. It's a great book.
Sorry, everybody.
and,
You got a scratch.
and I will tell you this.
Breaking treaty, man.
I will tell you this.
What's up?
I liked it more than Mars Attacks.
Mars
No.
Attacks. I will defend that till the day I
Not much
die.
more.
The
but more.
only reason I don't want them to make a restaurant at the end of the universe, the only reason, we lost Marvin.
Yeah.
And I think Alan Rickman really brought something to that character. By the way, if you're not a Hitchhiker's Guide fan, Marvin is a big character. Back when they did the original BBC, there was 2 radio dramas, a TV show. He even has 2 like 60s folk songs called Marvin the Paranoid Android. He used to play on Dr. Demento. Good stuff.
We're all
not
going
Alan
to
Rickman.
die.
You know, Alan Rickman really brought just like he was the physical embodiment of that character. And it made me going back and rereading the book again because Marvin's the most important character throughout it.
Why do you swear at me?
I swear anywhere I feel.
The reading thing.
Yeah, I know. Reading.
Every time somebody says read, it's
Okay.
a swear word.
All right,
so.
number 2 to Mike then.
My number 2 is Avatar,
Wow.
2009. I
Okay.
mean,
A
was it
movie that
James-
took 14 years to make. I don't know. How long
But it
were
wa-
they making it?
Yeah, it took forever to make, but visually, it was probably
Stunning.
the best movie that had ever come out.
And the 3D was amazing.
Yeah, I don't do 3D.
I know. I'm backing you up on that one.
But
Which I've still yet to see it in 3D.
but
It was good. It's good.
We should all watch it now.
No.
Live.
But basically,
It's really short.
We'll do that.
Another
the
Sigourney
video.
Weaver's in it.
yeah, it takes place. I mean, basically,
Jake
it
Sully.
shows what humans
Sully.
really truly are too. I mean, we're just a bunch of resource gathering
Scavengers.
fools, and we go to a planet where there's Navi, I believe, is what they're called.
Yeah.
Who directed that movie again?
James Cameron,
Really?
is that what it is?
He seems to do movies now and again.
Mhm.
Didn't he do Titanic?
He did.
Great film.
Which again exploited the way humans are.
Yeah,
Billy Zane was kind of a prick.
Movie I talked about earlier, one of my movies, top 5, Abyss.
Yeah.
Again, exploited the way humans are. Seems like James Cameron's on a theme here.
That true? I mean,
James Cameron hates people.
That's why he's trying to mine asteroids.
I mean, it was the number. It is still stands as the number 2 grossing film in America.
And honestly,
What's number one,
it
though?
is a
What it got
fantastic film.
Episode 7 of Star Wars.
It was a good. I'll admit it was a really good movie.
The only problem, I only have one problem with it.
What's
just
that?
one. The same way they mate is the same way they ride a horse or a dragon.
That's
or
what she
a cow.
says.
So they're in bestiality.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Now,
yeah.
I think I was the one that brought that up to you, and like when I rewatched it, I rewatched a ton of movies to like narrow down the lists here. When I rewatch it, they don't really think about mating.
I
in
know
the
it's a
same way
neural
that we do with
connection.
people, which
Yeah.
says more about what he was saying that and
Human
what we all said is how humans
Yeah.
are versus other species.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point.
Also,
of the
I
movie.
totally want to ride a dragon.
With or without your penis attached to it.
Either way, I
Dragon.
don't care.
Dragon.
Definitely a pretty good movie.
First
So
dragon born in thousands
Hits
of
a number
years.
2.
Man
Well,
rapes it.
it's a little weird. We're talking so much about humanity and alienism and the differences. My number 2 is District 9.
District. That was a great movie.
I didn't think it would be.
yet to
Is
see
that a
it.
book?
Wow.
Can I go read a sequel?
You have
Yeah,
not
seen
read
it?
this one.
Since the movie
This one
never got
starts.
its sequel.
It's kind of a hybrid film because it starts off as a fake action footage thing,
Somebody
which
said
pisses me
read
off
again.
generally.
read.
Read.
La, 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 la.
Anyway, it starts off as like a clip show. It's just, reality TV. They're following this guy around, and there's these alien refugees that somehow crashed in Africa. Sorry for them. And they're just stuck there. And it's kind of like the Cuban scene in the beginning of Scarface. But the weird thing is, like, if they try to breed and stuff, they go in there and set fire to their baby. They're trying to control the population, all this other crap. They have no humanity for these creatures. There's a huge plot faux pas in it where he gets sprayed with some sort of goo from an engine cell or something that's supposed to power an engine, and it turns him into an alien slowly. Sorry for the spoilers, guys. It's an old ass movie, but if you're at a gas station and you spray a dog with gasoline, like, does he pay taxes? I'm just saying, that was a weird plot
If
point.
we were advanced enough to make some interstellar travel going on, we could possibly come up with something where we don't really care about stem cells anymore. And
Amen to that.
who knows what kind of scientific things would go into their actual energy
I know
making.
nothing about their technology.
That's why
It
I
could
don't
happen.
consider
It
that
could.
really a plot issue, because it's explained as that's how it works.
But a lot of people ignore this movie because it comes off as silly. The aliens were literally living in a landfill, and so they were picking up bits of refuge to just look like a society. So
Was this directed by James Cameron too?
I was just gonna say that.
Don't worry, it's me,
Oddly
Jimmy.
enough, it actually does go all Kevin Bacon with it because it's Neil Blomkamp, who, as you all know, has been trying to make a sequel to Aliens, and one that ignores part 3 and 4.
What-
And that's a
good.
beautiful thing.
What's
Yeah.
that actor's name? Because he's been in a lot of stuff that I like.
Who? Oh gosh, Jimmy from
Yeah,
the other one.
don't worry, it's
I
me,
do
Jimmy.
not know his name, and I'm sorry about that. But if you've never seen District 9, check it out. It comes off as silly. It comes off as goofy. Stick with it. By the end of it, I'm not going to say you're going to be in tears, but you're going to be on the edge of your
It's
seat.
documentary style, but it's really
But it
it's
turns
really
into a
guys.
movie halfway through. It stops doing that crap, and it's
But-
just a movie.
We force the aliens to live in trash and then make fun of them for living in trash,
Yeah.
like we do with people.
It makes you feel bad. To be
Sounds
human.
like the world today.
Yeah.
It does make you feel a little bad to be
Why do
human,
you
but
live
at the
in the
same time,
slums?
it's just
Get in
real.
the
It's
slums.
just real. Nothing about it comes off as
that's
fake,
what
which
you
is
mean.
beautiful. So anyway, that's my number 2.
Okay.
On to you.
My number 2, I'm going with the very first Alien, 1979.
Nice. A little bit of horror there.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver.
Tom Skerritt, Sigourney Weaver. The main thing that just catches you right off the bat is we were talking about this earlier, the tagline of it. In space, no one can hear you scream.
Oh yeah.
This is true.
When it starts off, I get
And,
like a
and,
big
and here it is. You
2000
talked about
Space
Aliens,
Odyssey.
which don't get me wrong, I love that movie too, and I fought to
It's a tough
either
call.
or, but Aliens, yeah, you got these aliens, Marines coming in there kicking ass and everything else, fighting them, whatever. Of course, they still don't know what they're really up against, so they're just shoot first, ask later.
Sure.
In this one, there's one.
Yeah,
So
and they
that's
have no
it.
idea what they're
Just
dealing
one.
with. That's what's great
They
about it.
still have no
You're-
idea what they're dealing
It's
with.
the boogeyman.
Where over here you got, a squadron of Marines taking out all. Again, there's a lot of aliens,
If
a lot
it moves,
of
kill it,
xenomorphs
yeah.
or whatever. But in this one, there's just one hiding on a ship, and they don't know where it's at, what it's doing. I mean, at least in the other one, you can see it. 500 aliens coming at you or whatever.
There's nothing you can do though. I mean, you can't even hit this thing with a sharp stick
Yeah.
because you're in space. And it
Yeah,
has
yeah,
acid for blood.
and again, these people that were in space were just miners. They're
Yeah,
there,
regular people.
Yeah, salvaging an asteroid or something or whatever.
In fact, the
They don't-
engineers were the funniest part. They didn't want a thing to do with it.
Yeah,
Just
they don't
with
have-
my bones pick.
They don't have weapons or whatever out there. They're out there mining.
This is scary because now we're trying to mine asteroids.
Well,
We are, and maybe
Oh, we
we'll
should.
be xenomorphs.
So yeah, that's my number 2. As I said, great movie, 1979.
Much more horror
Yeah.
based, and it is October 1st, guys.
Yes.
Yay, Halloween.
You know,
Yay,
there's
Halloween.
there's a conspiracy that says the government releases movies to us to desensitize us for stuff that's really going to happen.
I think that more happens with the
You'll
war
never
movies
know.
than it does with some alien stuff.
All right, before we get to our number 1,
We want
let's
to do special mentions
Let's
first?
do our honorable mention.
Okay.
Yeah, I talked to you about having to because I wanted to put the musicals on here.
Ooh.
And Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Good one.
amazing. And then we also mentioned it earlier, Little Shop of Horrors. I couldn't pick between the two, so I just knocked both of them off and replaced them with something
Both
else.
of them are iconic movies.
They're
They are
very good,
great
yeah.
movies.
Does it
Very
have to be
good.
human? Does it have to be mine?
Just a little,
Love
little
those lines.
drop of blood.
Yeah, I love Little Shop of Horrors. That's one really good, but I don't think it was good enough for me to make my top 5. But it's definitely at least in my top 10.
It's got a place in my heart.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, again, one of those cult classic great movies. It's one of those movies that I know if it's on, I'll watch it. Or,
Just not the remake, right?
Oh my! I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it
I'm
a
not
shot.
I don't know yet.
You cannot, like Rocky Horror Picture Show, not be open-minded.
Yes, I can.
I'm going to give it a shot,
Nice
but
hat.
I'm
We'll
not-
see.
Read.
Mike?
my honorable mention would have been Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. I almost had it in there.
Even
Really?
just Star Wars in general. Like,
I mean,
wait,
there's a few
wait.
misses.
This is important. Let's not gloss over this. Why A New Hope?
Because it just sets a foundation for the whole franchise. I mean,
They can't count. They're starting at 4.
no, I would have never. If it wasn't for that movie, I wouldn't have watched Episode 1, 2, 3.
Not the way they were written. Let's ignore those. Those didn't happen.
I'm just saying. So now with new Episode 7, I think it actually returned. I mean, Episode 7 is basically almost the same story.
It set the bar, in other words.
Yeah.
I think it brought people in that weren't watching it before, which is something the previous 3 that had come out were failing to do.
It did. And one other thing, real quick, since you said 7 kind of brought you back to A New Hope kind of a feel.
Yeah.
What was the very first line of Episode 7?
Oh, you got me.
No, seriously. It's a good one.
What is it?
Save
Sydow,
me, Obi-Wan,
Sydow
you're
says
my-
it. No. The guy who played the Exorcist priest, Max von Sydow.
Yeah.
He has the first line of the movie. He leans forward and he says, "This will begin to make things right."
Oh, really?
If that's not a jab at Lucas, I don't know what is. Like, sorry about 1, 2, and 3, guys. We're moving on, all right? Episode
Yeah, we
7,
got it off.
yay.
We got it out of his hands.
Yep.
Yeah, but Lucas
Off the
did
floor.
good in Episode 4.
I'm not knocking on the man. He
I
obviously
mean,
created the franchise.
The
at some
Ewoks ones and stuff, you can keep all that garbage, in my opinion. But Episode 4
Well,
was...
I mean, the
Yep, no.
Jedi was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. You could have put anything really in there. They decided to go with the Ewoks. They tried to do something kind of, I guess, sentimental, cute, whatever that you can kind of, especially when like
Does anyone remember where they were supposed to go in Return of the
could
Jedi?
honestly do an entire thing
No,
On Star Wars,
Star
yeah,
Wars.
we could get crazy, but real quick, they're supposed to go to Kashyyyk, where the Wookiees live, but they didn't because nobody wants to buy Wookiees because they didn't sell in 1 and
Tatooine,
2.
with
So,
this-
so they made
He is a
teddy
Wookiee.
bears.
But he is a
Teddy bears.
Wookiee.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
But
Johnny
Anyway.
it's true, it happened.
Okay.
Episode 4. So, Kent, your honorable mention.
I have a double honorable mention because I know we said absolutely no TV. I know we said that. But gosh darn it, this was a mini-series, which is really a movie that you shove on TV. So V the miniseries in the 80s. Check it out. Beastmaster was the guy. It was awesome. Number 2, the actual movie one, Fire in the Sky. Why are we all looking at that? And is it not recording?
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, when did that
I
stop?
don't know. That's all right.
All right, so anyway, DB Sweeney. Sorry, guys, we lost our live feed, so it's probably going to be like a frozen picture. We'll move on. But DB Sweeney was in the middle of Fire in the Sky. It was a pretty serious movie in the 90s about alien abduction.
Yeah, it's based on true events. So.
There was a lot of probing.
Didn't they redo it?
They have not redone Fire in the Sky.
But V.
No.
Oh, V, yeah, they redid V, and
Sorry,
I didn't get to watch it. Sorry, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fire in the Sky was just like really scary, really serious. Nobody can prove whether or not this guy really was telling the truth, but my God, there's some detailed accounts in that thing.
So, oh yeah, that almost made my top 5 list.
I wanted to put it on there.
Now I know Chris told me he thought the movie was boring and dull.
It was pretty boring.
Mostly, it's a guy hiding under a table from syrup.
Yeah.
So, and it's DB Sweeney. Like, you know how long it took me to remember his name?
All it did was show flashbacks of when he was in the...
Yeah, well, since I put the thing
Supposedly.
on my list, like literally today as I was driving home from work, I screamed on the highway next to my wife and screamed DB Sweeney, and she thought I was crazy. So,
DB Sweeney, DB Sweeney.
I got his name now.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. I also have 2, but I'll make one real brief. One of them I have Starship Troopers.
Woo!
Thank you.
Which again, like one of my favorite ones. The other one I put on there, 1953 War of the Worlds.
Great movie.
Very good.
on TV
And the
series.
reason why this one's really more significant than anything, because this month, October 30th, 1938, Orson Welles gave a live radio broadcast of it. People tuned in 12 minutes late to this. It started at 8 o'clock. People tuned in 12 minutes late, and he was so good at this thing, so believable, that it caused a nationwide panic when he gave this thing.
People trying to evacuate.
People trying to evacuate.
Yep.
And now the media lies to us every day and no one cares.
Yes.
Now, there is a funny caveat to that, because I actually got a copy of the recording. I had to listen to it. I wanted to know what put people into a panic. The only thing that bothered me was, in those 12 minutes you mentioned prior, there was some sort of a dance-off in some radio hall in New York.
Yes.
And
It was
that's what
done.
they
It was
want.
done at the radio hall.
But Radio City Music Hall.
Mhm.
But they kept cutting back, and they would say commercial break from War of the Worlds, and then people were dancing and having fun, and they're like, and now we return to our already broadcast. So people were hearing that commercial break and still wigging out.
And they might have thought that it was an automated thing. Like, people didn't know how radio worked.
That's true. That is true. But I mean, you would think the people dancing would be screaming and running and.
You gotta look at the time age. I mean,
1938.
radio isn't that just pretty fairly new back then? I mean, well, not new, but
Well, right,
I mean,
right.
media.
You didn't have
People
long
just
stories
talked.
like
They didn't
that
do.
either.
Well,
done
they
that
were
way.
making sound effects and stuff in the background. There was a whole Foley department working that, and that may have been something new for the time too. I know they did basic stuff like Little Abner's Closet.
They'd
make all
have
the stuff
story
fall.
time and stuff that would have
Yeah.
music going on, but they never had someone actually come on and basically say, "We're going to die."
Well, yeah, all the reporters were like,
When
"There's
that
a man
happened, there were
coming
generally
out
wars."
of the saucer now. He has a beam." It was pretty scary. I love it. I used to listen to it on Halloween night. And stuff,
Yes,
but it's-
definitely,
good stuff.
is great. The movie is great also. So that's our honorable mentions. We're now down to our very top movie, extraterrestrial movie that we, each one
I'm
of us
sorry in
love.
advance, Shane.
So, starting off with Shane, your number
Ooh,
one
yes.
movie of all
One.
time,
Spaceballs, man.
Wow,
Spaceballs.
All right.
John Candy eating cookie dough. His
was
name
dumb.
is Barf. Like I
What alien race was he, Shane?
I don't care.
He's
The
a-
dog
He was a
looking
Mog.
He's a
Mog,
Mog.
he's
Whatever.
I'm my own best friend.
Half man, half
But
dog.
it was
I'm a Mog.
just.
Then you got Lone Star, Pizza the Hut.
Yeah, played by Dom
Everything.
DeLuise. I love that.
what
Prince
is
Valium, who
I'll
was
have-
always asleep.
what is he having? And then he Stu.
Which,
I think I'm done. Like
Here's a
I
little.
want to get this man some Pepto Bismol.
Here's a little thing for you, talking about the restaurant thing. Guy in there played by John Hurt, who was actually the guy in the original Alien movie.
that actually had that, so he knew exactly how to act.
I'll go a little bit farther. Even though they had no licensing from Lucas at the time, that shot of the interterrestrial diner, 3 slots to the right from where the Winnebago is, the Millennium Falcon is parked.
She's gone from
yeah,
suck
I
to
just-
blow.
Like everything about
Mega Maid.
the statue, the
Mega Maid.
Mega Maid, sucking all the oxygen out. Like everything, I just love everything about that movie.
Perrier.
Like just great movies. I
Yes.
love everything he did.
Yeah, Mel Brooks was a genius.
1-800 Drew Whittier. Wow. But it is a great movie. It really is.
Dark Helmet. Just they kept falling down.
Come on, the
him.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh, you give good helmet.
Schwartz.
At the very end.
Yeah, Spaceballs.
Oh,
there goes the damn planet.
And jam, like I mentioned that earlier, but that's still like I could always laugh at that. I think of it, it makes me giggle.
The ludicrous speed.
Jam, yeah.
Speed is
Ludicrous
amazing.
speed.
I always laughed at the end of the jam scene when he's like doing the heavy breathing, and then the camera rig just jams into his face, and he falls the hell over.
I know
It
Trent always quotes the thing. He's like, "Oh, what's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken."
Okay, but we already talked enough about
Okay.
World War II, so
Mike, you're number one.
My number one was the 1956 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Sorry.
Pod people.
That was it's important to me because that was my very first like horror movie that I
No,
watched.
it's pretty scary.
That's why, and I mean it wasn't like scary, but I mean it took place where aliens were growing in pods and they used soap bubbles to show that they were foaming out. I mean it was all cheesy.
Oh, I remember it. Yeah, I
It was
remember
all
it.
cheesy and everything, but they were taking over people. They were cloning people that were cloning aliens of the real humans. It never really explained what they did with the real humans in the movie.
Well,
Soylent
presumably,
Green.
all aliens, much like dinosaurs, just want to eat us.
Yeah, so it
We
never
are delicious.
It never explained
well,
that,
except for
but,
Anubis.
They were happy aliens.
but they basically conquered the whole town of Santa Mara, something
Santa
like
Mara,
that.
California.
Yeah, Santa Mara.
Yeah.
And one doctor eventually does escape out of there and gets to another town, and they think he's nuts when he's telling the story until they hear about a pod truck that the pods go into another city that had crashed. And then they're like, call the police, call the FBI. But it's a great movie for me.
It was
Oh, yeah.
good. I did like add a little bit to it. The 1978 version with Donald Sutherland. That
Yeah,
was
that
actually
was a
really
good one too. I wrestled with which version I was going to go with. But
It was a little more up to date, a little more. But yes, you're definitely right. It's a really good movie.
Mhm.
I just
Sutherland,
picked a
you should go with
56
Puppet
one.
Masters.
Yeah.
Puppet Masters almost made my list, and that is a B movie at best. B movie at best.
Well, let's see what your A movie is.
My A movie is just going to blow all of yours out of the water, and I feel bad to say it. I'm going to Randy Quaid you up with a little bit of Enemy Mine. The definitive alien film of all time.
No.
What are you even shaking your head? Have
I
you
never seen it.
Are you kidding me?
Louis
I
Gossett
was-
Jr.
I was covering
Yes.
my eyes. I was
I
ashamed.
also
This
haven't
covers
seen it.
multiple genres too. It plays on Black Stars, man.
I was ashamed.
I
Wow.
haven't
Louis
seen
Gossett
it.
Jr. played the alien. Randy Quaid. Randy Quaid or
Don't
Dennis
know what you're
Quaid.
doing.
Dennis
No,
Quaid.
it
I'm
sounds
sorry.
like- You haven't seen it?
Dennis
No.
Quaid was the
So not the crazy one.
You're not going
No.
home tonight.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
watching that.
Fine.
Okay.
Dennis Quaid played was he a soldier?
Basically, the concept was human beings think like 2010 Space Odyssey, right? We got swirly space stations and stuff. We're colonizing. Where Elon Musk gets presidency, basically. So we're bombing
I'm
all
gonna
around the
close my ears just
galaxy
so I
and,
watch
and we're
this.
doing stuff. Anyway, we run into this other alien race, which is much like us, only they're reptilian. And much like V, these reptilians are kind of like, well, what the hell are you doing in our space? And we're like, oh, no, we have a flag here first. So they get into a fight. During a sortie, these two dogfighters, he sees his buddy, he's his wingman, get shot down by this enemy plane. So he's going to kill this son of a bitch. He's going to follow him down. And that's the problem. He does. They both crash on the planet. And it's these two pilots in the middle of a war in space, stuck on an alien planet that they don't even know, having to stay alive together. They can't even talk to each other because they don't know each other's language.
Gotcha.
It is literally the most alien movie you can get.
I'll have to check it out.
It is fantastically
What
good
about The
and
Martian?
bad. Huh? The Martian? Really?
The Martian.
But
Really?
He's an alien.
Really?
Yep.
Potatoes.
what I thought was kind of weird. Was the fact that they were asexual.
Well, that was really good for the Drac race, because, obviously they have us beat there. We still have to take somebody to a movie and dinner.
Maybe.
The Dracs are like,
Sometimes.
hey, we're running out of soldiers, hold up.
Or just have
Not
about,
after 13 years of marriage.
or just have about $40.
Yeah,
Whatever.
no,
Then
I
you don't
just,
have it at all.
if you haven't checked it out, it is an oldie but a goodie. The effects do not hold up. I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of blue screen, there's a lot of model miniatures.
Is this going to be like Batman where they can't turn their necks?
Have you ever seen Inner Space? Jesus Christ, you're young. Anyway, carbon date that guy, and it's on the same ballpark if you guys have seen that.
I'll check it out. I'll probably watch it
I
tonight.
cannot believe you two have not seen Enemy Mine.
Onto
Seriously.
real Chris's
All right, on to Chris.
number one, final person.
My number one I'm keeping a little more modern now. Yep. A little more up to date. By the little director James Gunn. Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
Never seen it.
There's aliens in that?
You talk about the most alien movie.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt is a little weird looking.
Yeah.
Come on, Rocket Raccoon. Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
He's not a raccoon. Why would you say that?
What is he?
He's.
Don't call me
Have
a
you
rodent.
seen the movie?
Actually-
man?
Don't call me a rodent.
Actually, he called him a raccoon, and he didn't. He's like, "What's that?"
He doesn't know what it is.
He doesn't know
He's
what
a
it is.
Unique creature.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was actually bred in a genetics lab, so
He happens to be a raccoon. He just has no concept, and he gets pissed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
any
got-
of those where you have multiple aliens, everything. is done really well in it.
there's hundreds of species in that movie. I mean, obviously, Chris Pratt plays Peter Quill, Star Lord. You got Zoe Saldana plays Gamora. Vin Diesel does the voice of I Am Groot. And that's all he says through the whole movie.
You got who's the wrestler?
Dave Bautista plays Drax.
Drax. He loves that, by the way. That's like watching a lot of the interviews and stuff from that. I love when wrestlers get into movies and they seriously get into their characters. Like he absolutely loves comic books and.
But that movie had everything. It had comedy, action, adventure, sadness. I mean, it had everything.
Scientific
had-
fallacy.
It also has a real alien.
Merle with
Merle.
both of his hands.
No, it had a real alien. John C. Reilly,
No.
who everyone can admit is an alien.
Who is that?
That's like one of the most
What do you
serious.
mean? Who is that? He's in every movie ever made. That's what's scary.
That's like
Go
one of the
back
most
like
serious
20
roles
years.
I think I've ever seen.
And not only that, seriously, look up John C. Reilly. IMDb that bad boy. He has been around for 20 years. We just didn't know. He's in everything.
Until he started being funny.
I just
Everything.
loved at the end. He's like, "What if I kill someone?" No,
No,
that's
that's
bad.
bad. That's
That's the
murder.
worst.
That's the worst.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
But I love that there's some interspecies
Erotica?
erotica going on there.
But
You
I
say
mean,
my wife. Your wife's pink?
Oh my.
Oh.
I mean, great movie. I mean, great soundtrack. I mean, great everything about that movie.
Oh yeah, the '80s
It
soundtrack.
could have
I
used
loved
a little
it.
Tom Jones.
It's I mean, everything about that movie.
Really
Really,
looking
Martian
forward to the
attacks?
next one.
Yes.
Martian attacks, no
Yeah,
Tom Jones.
yeah. Tom Jones was good in
Definitely
Mars
looking
Attacks,
forward
but-
to the sequel to that one, which comes out next May. Probably going to be my birthday present to me.
Thanks
I'll
for those
go with
kickbacks,
ya.
Marvel. We don't mind plugging you.
Yep.
But
Those candy bars.
that is it. That's our top 5
right.
Roundtable Reload for this segment. We appreciate everyone listening to us. Thank you, Shane, for being here. Thank you, Kent, for being here.
Love to do it again.
Thank you, Mike, for being
Anytime.
here.
I'm here. I'm Mike. You're not Mike.
I'm not Mike.
Mars
You're not
Attacks.
Mike. That's your new name, by
I'm
the
not
way.
Chris.
Not
Not Chris.
Mike.
I've made that my damn name for like the last 4 performances, man.
You haven't done 4.
But
The point.
What?
2.
Selling it forward.
all right, everybody, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on YouTube.
Thumbs
Subscribe
up,
to our
like,
channel on
share.
YouTube.
Yep.
Share our Facebook page. Like and share our Facebook page.
Do
Mike
it.
and Chris Reloaded.
Tweet us to famous people.
Yeah. Anyone we just mentioned, all these people, James Cameron,
Marvel.
John C. Reilly.
Marvel,
John C. Reilly, we love you. Come be on our show.
But we appreciate you all hanging out with us. We will catch you the next time. Don't forget to listen to our shows, all Halloween theme based this month.
Yep. Next week we're doing Urban Legends.
Urban
That
Legends.
means I'm coming back.
Nope. I don't need to be on that.
I
You
think-
can't get rid of me.
I think we're gonna have Dane on that show. I believe.
Yep,
So.
I think Dane will be our
I'll pass
guest
it off to